Welcome to Tuesday Truths. Today I wanted to talk about something that's been such a natural part of who I am, and that is my niche, AGE-GILITY. You know, sometimes in life we work so hard to figure out what our purpose is, or what our message is, or what we're truly meant to share. And sometimes it becomes beautifully clear because it's been inside of us all along. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world today. It's Michelle, your AGE-GILITY vibrancy specialist. Okay. And that's exactly how AGE-GILITY came to me. It wasn't forced, and it wasn't something that I invented, out of the thin air. And it was actually something I'd actually been living. And here's the quote that actually says it so well. AGE-GILITY, navigating the journey of life with a harmonious blend of presence and adaptability, allowing you to gracefully fold through the decades, embracing changes of living and your best life, and embracing these changes with your best life in mind, body, and spirit with passion and agility. Well, when I read these words, I say, yes, that is it. That's what I believe. That's what I've lived, been trying to live. And that's what I want to share through my writing, my speaking, and my coaching. The truth is, I spent much of my life dedicated to health, wellness, and movement and prevention. Helping others live a better life has always mattered to me. But then life happened like it usually does. The pandemic came, retirement came, my career path shifted, and I found myself in a season of reinvention. But instead of feeling like I was losing my identity as a dental hygienist, I began to realize I was actually into something more fully, stepping into something more fully I was passionate about. Everything that I had experienced, everything that I've learned, everything that I've overcome was leading me here. And honestly, embracing my niche because it came so easy, because it was aligned with my life. I wasn't trying to be somebody else. I wasn't chasing a trendy message. I was simply giving a name to what I've always cared about the most: AGE-GILITY. It's about learning to flow with life's changes with grace and strength. It's about being present. It's being adaptive. It's about understanding that aging is not the end of our vitality. It's our growth. It's part of our purpose. And in many ways, it's the beginning of a deeper, richer chapter. And that is why this message feels so personal to me. Because with every day, every decade, life changes, our bodies change, our priorities change, our relationship changes, and sometimes our careers change. And sometimes we change in ways that we never even expected. But change does have to doesn't have to mean it's a decline. Change can also mean growth, more wisdom, change can mean more freedom, and change can finally be stepping into our purpose you were meant for all along. And that's what I want for you women, especially to understand that we're not too old, we're not past our prime, and we're certainly not done growing. And you may be entering one of the most meaningful decades of your life, a decade where you finally give yourself permission to listen to your heart, your values, and live with renewed passion, confidence, and intention. For me, AGE-GILITY became the perfect expression of that message. It gave me a way to talk about vibrant longevity. It gave me a way to encourage women to move their bodies, strengthen their minds, and care for their spirit. It gave me a way to speak about purpose after retirement and how we continue to pivot, grow, and thrive. And let's be real. By this stage of life, we have stories to tell. We have lessons that we've learned along the way. We have resilience. We have wisdom. And maybe a few laugh lines and some battle scars to prove that we showed up for life. And those experiences matters. They shape us, they refine us, and often they point us into the direction towards what we were meant to do next. So, my friends, today my truth for the day is when your message is rooted in your life experience, in your passion, embracing your niche, or whatever you want to call it, feels like work and feels more like coming home. And that's what it feels like to me, coming home. It feels like purpose. It feels like the road I was meant to travel and now help others travel too. So, if you are a person, if you are in a season where you're discovering yourself or wondering what's next, or trying to make sense of what all the pieces of your life has fit together so far, let this be your encouragement. Look back at where you've been, look at what you care deeply about, and look for what's calling you forward. There's a good chance that purpose has been growing quietly within you all along. And you may not just want to, call it courage, name it courage, but whatever it is, but embrace it and begin living boldly. Thank you for joining me today for Tuesday Truths. The best niche is not something you create from scratch. It's something you uncover from your life that you've already lived. And always keep flowing forward with confidence, pause, purpose, and agility. Bye for now. Be sure to check out my website at michellereese.com and the new things I've got going on. And always, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel to see these blogs forever. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.